this car much. So let me click on this bulb. And there we go. What's happening, fam? So this right here is the Silverholder luxury auto lighting kit. And I know you guys saw a little bit of an intro before. Let me explain. These are pretty good. They just don't change color. They move sequentially. They give you about 6 of these strips. As you saw, one of them is already installed. There is a main controller that you have to connect to power. Okay, that's why I have my spare battery up here. There's a main controller you gotta connect to power. Then there's these sub-controllers where you hook up these, hook up one of these harnesses to a sub-controller. Okay, and then you can hook one of these up to the sub-controller. If you at a place with constant source of power, guess what? These sub-controllers piggyback, it's kind of glare, the sub-controllers piggyback off of the main box and light up the way. You know what I'm saying? They also give stuff for like your doorbell lighting and ambient lighting on the inside. I'm not messing with that today. Okay, this is strictly these ambient flow strips, and they can flow sequentially. It's really, really, really good. Also, on the back of the main box, you have this QR code. It's for Magic Lantern, which I actually do have. When you guys saw my under hood rock lights, it's the same app. So Magic Lantern there's over 200 modes. The only thing is, this takes a little bit of time to install, just because you got to figure out where you're installing it, hiding the wires, things like that. What I did was, I've had this set of wire. It's like a four pin type wire, very fine wire. And what I did was, I extended this strip right here with this wire, and it actually freaking works. Actually works. So, but other than that, they give you a lot in the kit. They also have very, very detailed instructions on how to install this on their website, and you guys are no stranger to them. I installed that hood light, the one with the sequential startup. So I already tested this before. This stuff is really, really good. It's actually pretty cool. So in the morning, I'm gonna start doing like the full install on it, okay? All right, guys, it's early in the morning. I just pulled off the rear door card, as you can see over here. Hooked up my tester to a ground, and I was trying to see if this harness had any power without turning the car on. It does not. So it makes things a little bit harder, but I did find one in the front door panel. So if there's one here, there should be another one here. So what I can do, what I'm probably gonna do is the main box, once I hook that main box up to power, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run the 2 rear doors off of it, because it has 4 slots. The 2 rear doors off of it, the one that goes over here and the one that goes on that piece of dash over there. That's what I'm gonna run off of that main box. And I can actually use a sub box in this door and the other door as well. So yeah, I think that's exactly what I'm gonna do. All right, guys, real quick, this is what you got to do. In order to get this strip in here in a timely manner, and I mean, you're going to struggle a little bit. It's just loosen up. Well, see, my door card might be different from yours. Yours might be easy to do, but I loosened up these screws and it helped. What I did was I kind of like, see where the line is? I kind of like bent it like I was breaking like a piece of bread. And that's how I got the strips to get in there pretty easy. And then what I did was I measured a length of RGB wire, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a sub box here in the front, okay? Because there's a source of power in here, like when the car is off. So I'll put the sub box in here, and from the main box, I'm gonna be running, I ran the RGB wire, a good length of it, over here. And then, let me show you. Ran it in here, through, see it right there, to in here, and down in here, and right out here. So all I gotta do now is slice this wire right here. This portion is gonna go up front, and the other portion, I'm connecting it right to here. It should work. All right, fam, so I reconnected the male portion that goes into the main controller. There you go. He shrunk it to the RGB wire and hooked power and ground up to my battery. There you have it, man. Shit works flawlessly at that. Yes. So the other door, I'm gonna do just like this one, where I'm connecting it in the back of the main controller. And then I'll use the sub box for the two front doors, because they have constant power running to it. And that's it. All right, guys, I took out a sub box right here. Take one of those red and black wire harnesses, hook it up to the sub box. That harness down there, the middle port that has constant power when the car is off, I hooked up this black wire right here to the chassis of the car. And then I also have power and ground connected. Now, once power and ground are connected to the main box, the sub boxes piggyback off of it, and this is what you get. Works like a charm. But it has to have power going, has to have power to the main controller. Don't forget. So now I'm gonna take the positive, tap into that harness, and then take the black and tap into a ground behind the door card. And then I'm gonna probably put some 3M tape on this and stick it on the back, and we're straight. We're good to go. Okay, so just to recap, I extended the harness wire, as you can see right here. Now it's running to the sub controller right here. I took some 3M, stuck the sub controller right here. Shouldn't have an issue fitting. Then this is the power harness for the sub controller right here. Tapped it into a source of constant power and a ground. And what I did lastly was I used my 21mm hole saw and put a switch in there. So all I did was I cut the power wire, this wire, in half, and connect one end to one prong of the switch and the other end to the other prong of the switch. And now, so once this is off, I'm cutting all the power, so the box is not going to get any type of power whatsoever, because I don't drive the car often, if you get what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And that's it. So now, pretty much this is exactly what I'm going to be doing to the other side for the back and the front doors. It's pretty much the same process, okay? All right, guys, so I took my 21mm hole saw, made a hole for a switch right there, ran the switch through, okay? So this is the main box right here. Behind that, there's the positive and negative wire, okay? I ran the positive, actually I cut the positive wire and connected half of it to each part of the switch, one here, and the other one is right there, okay? And then that one I tapped into the car door lock circuit that I have my floor starlighting on. So there's constantly a source of power going to it. But this is why I like switches so much, because you can eliminate any type of parasitic drain. And then I took the ground, this ground right here, and tapped into another ground right there. So everything works pretty well. This is how it looks. Let me just put it up real quick. I'll show you. Okay, that's how it looks. Looks pretty damn neat. Now when I switch this on, this is the switch for the power box. Now the power box is gonna get power, but over here it's still not working. Then I turn this switch on right here. There you go. Oh, I don't know if you can see it, but see the color? There we go. So I can either shut down power from here, okay, but I also want to shut power down to this other box as well. So I shut both down. That switch there, this switch here. And that's it. All right, guys, 8 hours later, I'm almost finished. I got really I like say one more door to do. So I finished this part over here already. See the wires running down here. I'm gonna take it over to the other side, then hook it up to that. I did under where the instrument cluster is. That's already ran. Everything is already hooked up. So I just pretty much got to do just one more door. And as I said before, a sub box is gonna go in there to compensate. And that's it. All right, fam. 10 hours later. This, my freaking fingertips, everything is busted up. Like, yo, shit is wild. As simple as it looks, it's actually very, very, very delicate to do. I had to take out this strip and the other strip so many times to set it properly, because sometimes the strip can slide in or fall in or whatever the case might be. So you gotta pull it back out and set it right. Just like this one here. I gotta take this one out again. See how the end went in there? So now I gotta pull it back out real quick. And it's easy for me though. Like now I'm like good at it. But everything is pretty much done. So the rear, the one for the dash trim and the instrument cluster, those are connected to the main box. And the two front doors, passenger and driver, that has a sub box in it where I'm getting power from in the door. So that sub box, as long as that sub box is getting power, it piggybacks off of what the main box does. And that's really it. That's really it. So let me clean this place up. This freaking shit, man. It's a mess. Let me clean this place up and I'll be back later. Show you the finished product. Hey guys, what's happening? So 10-hour install, everything is finally complete, and I'm in the dark in the garage right now, just trying to show you a little taste of the app. As I told you before, there was a QR code on the main box, on the main control box. When you download the code, or when you scan it, it's an app called Magic Lantern. Now, fortunately, I already have this app because my rock lights under my hood take these. Actually, my rock lights under the hood function to this specific app. So here we go. So once you download the app, open it up. Now once you open it up, if you hit the upper left hand corner, you'll see if your lights are connected or not. Let me hit connect. Now guys, granted, I turned all the switches on, so now it can be totally controlled with the app. I put switches on there because I don't want any extra power draw while the car's off. As I said, I don't drive this car much. So let me click on this bulb. And there we go. What you're seeing right there is a little piece on top over the steering wheel where the instrument cluster is. And then now you're seeing like the dash and the door. The furthest to the right is the door, the front passenger door. Now, right now it's on autoplay. Let me see, hold on. Okay, so now this is autoplay right here. As you can see, everything is moving sequentially. It's so nice, so nice. And as I went over in this app before, guys, this app, you have hundreds of functions, hundreds. Because up to the top, you have basic, then curtain, then trans, then water, then flow, then tail, run, and run back. And there's so many options. Like run back has 33 options. White dot in yellow. You'll see the white dot moving across. It's pretty cool, right? So you have so many options, but sky's the limit. Then obviously you have your speed down here that you can increase or decrease. You can populate your music in here and play music towards that. Or if you're at a show, just use the microphone. See when I speak, that's what happens. It's very sensitive too. And then you have a schedule. If you want to schedule on and off times, you can do that. I just wanted to run in here, show you a couple styles real quick. Just to show you how much functionality it does have. It's freaking beautiful, man. Curtain. Backwards, forwards. It's beautiful, man. It's no joke. It's very, very beautiful. It's very beautiful. It's dope. Got water. Wow. It's beautiful. Yellow and cyan. That is beautiful. And you got flow. It's so nice. So smooth. I'm very, very happy with it, with the install. As I said, guys, it's a pain in the ass. I'm not gonna lie. It was like doing major surgery, but I had to take all the necessary precautions because, as I said, I had to install like custom switches on the doors and stuff like that because I did not want any extra power draw. Cyan dot in yellow. Oh, there it is. Seven color cyan running. So it's a cyan background and 7 colors running across it. It's pretty cool. Purple background, same thing. And you got run back. It's freaking dope, man. But anyway, guys, you know what to do. Definitely like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. Whatever questions you might have, please don't hesitate to ask. I'll link all the stuff in the description that I've used. And also, I'll put the link for this kit from Silverholder. Guys, to tell you the truth, there's a lot of companies out there that would sell this stuff really expensive. This stuff is not expensive. The install is a little bit aggravating, but other than that,
you know, I mean, look at the beautiful freaking